Good evening, everybody. Welcome to your Manchester United emergency meeting. In tonight's show, we are going to talk about the game yesterday against Brentford. Whilst I'm happy with the win, we're still not back in business yet. Let's get the narrative right here, people, yeah? Because I still saw some issues during that game, what I was not happy about. But yesterday was my birthday, of course. So, as a nice, relaxing day, this is why I'm a day later doing this an emergency meeting. I did my match reaction as normal, but yeah, I thought I'm just going to post one video yesterday, enjoying the rest of my birthday, doing the emergency meeting this evening. So, we're going to talk about yesterday's game, and also in the next live show, we're probably going to be doing player ratings. Tomorrow night, I am going live for the Nottingham Forest and Crystal Palace game. So that should be a good game to watch. I'll be live on my football channel for that. Make sure you are subscribing to my football channel. The link is in the live chat, and I will add it to the title. Well, not to the title, in the description as well, very shortly, people. But big up to every single one of you live and logs in this evening. Much appreciated. I just watched my favourite F1 team land the minerals, get a 1 and 2 Ferrari. Yes! Get in, Scuderia. Come on, let's go. Let's go, people. It's the Europa League and Conference League this week. Yes, it is downright 14. You're spot on, mate. Good evening to you, by the way. And thanks, as always, for putting my channels in the chat. Much appreciated, mate. Big up to you for that, yeah? I appreciate every time you do that, put my channels in the live chat. Right, so I'm just going to add it to the description. My football channel and my F1 channel as well. I know it's already in the chat, but I like to add it into the description. Right, line, here we go. Bash. Here we go. My football channel. And Mr. Joshy J football channel. My F1 channel. Just going to add my channels into the description. Shouldn't take too long to do. Right. So one of them added. Get a second one added, and then we'll be well away, guys. There we go. Yep, cool. That's that sorted. Wicked. And let's have a look. Yep, that's all good. Perfect. We're good to go, everyone. Manchester United are back 11 from Chelsea. Played well against Liverpool. Did not play that well today, I don't think. I mean, I don't think Liverpool were best, were they? They weren't sitting there with best, but it's still a good performance by Liverpool and Chelsea, to be fair. I thought it was a great game of football to watch. I mean, you did all the hard work equalising, but Liverpool, how good and experienced they are, they were always going to respond, I felt, and get back into the lead. And unfortunately for you guys, that's what happened. Liverpool regains the lead straight away. But Manchester United winning against Brentford yesterday. Look, I'm very happy with the win, okay? But the first 20 minutes, I thought we were absolutely abysmal. We could not get a foothold into the game at all. Let's get it right. I mean, we're struggling to get hold of the ball, and Brentford literally took control at the start of the match. And then as the first half went on, we kind of grew in confidence a little bit. And we're starting to get a bit of shots on goal, but unfortunately, we conceded and just score half time from a set piece. Brentford are very good from set pieces, but that was poor marking by us, honestly. I mean, oh my goodness me, you gotta mark a lot better than that from set pieces. You really have. So that's one thing we got to improve on massively is marking from corners. You played well today, but you still have to hold the L. Big up Joshy J for I landed that fucking Minerals tonight, guessing Bosh! Yes! I know, Michael Chelsea FC. I'm absolutely buzzing, mate. 1 and 2. Demolition job. We dominated that race. And I'll be doing my F1 race reaction tomorrow on my Mr. Joshy J F1 channel. So if you are an F1 fan, make sure you are subscribing to my F1 channel. And tomorrow night, I'm going live for the Nottingham Forest against Crystal Palace game on my football channel. On Monday nights, live watch along. So if any of you interested, why not come along to the live watch along? We can have some fun and banter on my football channel. And obviously, I'll be live on here again tomorrow as well, doing player ratings for the Brentford's game. Liverpool will not win the league. I mean, they're doing really well in the moment, so I don't think you can rule them out, Daniel Knight 14, because, Arsenal and Man City, what I've seen them both this season, they're not exactly playing brilliant, are they, both Arsenal and Man City? Yes, Man City still been winning games and that, but I mean, they only just got over the line against Wolves today, didn't they? It's like they're struggling to break them down. Hi, Josh, mate. Hope you're okay. Hope you had a good birthday yesterday, mate. Yes, I did, Adam. Lovely birthday. Thank you very much, mate. I'm happy Man United win yesterday, but I'm not going over the time with that win, Josh, mate. Yeah, I know. It's nothing to get giddy about whatsoever because we're still 11th, and every time fans think Man United are back in business, we go and shoot ourselves in the foot. So, nope, I'm not getting giddy about it whatsoever. I'm just remaining cool, calm, cautious, and collecting. Yeah. But that second half performance, I got to say, that was probably the best performance so far. The best second half performance of the season. Now, Brentford could have equalised right in the end of the game because we were a bit sloppy in possession, but we got over the line. So I'm very happy with that. That's all I wanted my team to do was pick up all 3 points. Right now, I couldn't care less if we were just scraping 1-0 wins. We just need the wins, yeah, to get us moving up the league table. I mean, where we are still is not where we want to be, 11th, but we were 14th, so we've moved up a few places, but we're still at the wrong end of the table, nowhere near back into the end of the table I want us to be yet. I won't relax until Manchester United are back. It's about what, sixth or fifth, and that's when I think, right, we're back to the end of the table we should be at. But until then, like I said, I'm not getting carried away. I'm not getting giddy. I'm just, like I said, I will not relax until we are back to where we belong. I have had you on your football channel, I have, mate. You seen me on there, mate? Yes, I replied to your comment the other day, so big up to you for that, mate. Citing he does not want Liverpool to win the league. Well, nor do I. I'm a Manchester United fan at the end of the day. I mean, why would I want Liverpool to win the league? I mean, my goodness me, no way would I want Liverpool to win the league. No chance. Are you deep it? You're only 6 points off Arsenal. I mean, Arsenal had their first defeat in the season yesterday, didn't they? I mean, but for Arsenal, I tell you, this has been coming for a little while now. They've been getting over the line for too long. They've been getting away with results for too long. So this was overdue for Arsenal. It really was. And that's the reality. Arsenal are not been playing great recently. And they keep getting red cards as well this season. They've had 3 red cards already this season. I mean, what on earth is that all about by Arsenal Football Club standards? I mean, let's get the narrative right here, people. But, it's kind of hilarious, isn't it? Listening to Arsenal fans being absolutely in the mud. But fair play to Jez and fair play to Lee Gunner, the real ones. They hold their football clubs accountable. But a lot of Arsenal fans go, oh, Arsenal were robbed. Especially Terry Flowers and that from the football Terence. He goes, Arsenal robs. Oh, VAR robs Arsenal. I mean, get out here, man. What are we doing here? Seriously. All these YouTubers who put them words in their titles are just looking for clicks and views. Let's get the narrative right here, people, yeah? They're absolutely just looking for likes, retweets, clicks and views. Nah, get out here. What are we doing here, people? Lot of Arsenal fans blaming refs as well. I mean, look, to me, what I've seen of it, I don't think the referee had any option because, the referee went to the screen and saw that, Saliba literally denied a clear goal scoring opportunity, committed to challenge, and unfortunately had to be given his marching orders. That's the way I see it. Anyway, I know a lot of Arsenal fans watching this are going to completely disagree with me, but it is what it is. It's about football at the end of the day. You're looking forward to going back to your flat tomorrow, Josh, mate? Yes, I am. Absolutely, Adam. That was a red card. I agree, 100% agree. Arsenal fans should stop trusting the process, and they have not won anything in the last 4 years. Facts, Dan United core team. Absolute facts. But obviously, we will get on to fan reactions in a little bit. Listen to some Manchester United fans, no doubt about it. Some of them are going to be getting carried away. But I've not really listened to any match reactions yet because obviously yesterday I was just enjoying my birthday, enjoying the rest of my birthday, relaxing and that. So I look forward to hearing a few match reactions tonight. But the way I see it, Manchester United are not back in business yet. Maybe if we do it the next couple of games or so, then we can have that conversation, can we? Going, oh, are Manchester United finally back in business? But until I see clear evidence of it, I will not be saying them words. My advice is to the Manchester United fan base: stay calm, cool, composed, and collected, yeah, and hope that Manchester United are back in business because we really are not back in business just yet. Because, like I said, the first 20 minutes or so yesterday, Brentford were dominating us. Let's get the narrative right here. So it just goes to show not all things are rosy at Manchester United. I mean, fair play to Andre Onana. He had another decent game. And no doubt about it. I think his performances recently have been sensational. I mean, let's get the narrative right here, people. I really do. I've been well impressed with his performances recently. Fair play. And now it's no excuse. He needs to keep it up, not make it just a temporary thing. But big up to him. He's doing a decent job so far this season, and he's got us out of jail a few times, Andre Onana, in this season. So, yeah, big up to him and fair play. You've got to give credit where it's due, haven't you? Let's get the narrative right here, people. Sorry if I'm swallowing a couple times, just a little bit congested, with like Qatar and that. So if I am swallowing a couple times, you'll understand. why, but I got a decaffeinated tea. That will help, no doubt about it. Mm, lovely. My top three is City, Arsenal, and Liverpool. Yeah, it could well be. Could well be the top three. Down United 14. I agree, mate. 100% agree. Did you watch a lot of football yesterday and today, mate? Yeah, I watched quite a bit yesterday, and obviously today I watched the Liverpool and Chelsea game. I enjoyed that game very much, Adam. That was a great game of football to watch, mate. It really was. But, you know, now Man United had this good win against Brentford. Some fans will all of a sudden be saying, "Oh, balls ruled in, this and that." Get out here, man. What, after one game, the fans who were balls ruled out are going to be balls ruled in again? Nah, get the fuck out of here, man. What are we doing here, people? Yeah, I'm most certainly not changed my mind about the balls ruled. Honestly, he's still got to go. He's not good enough to be Man United's manager. Let's get it right here, people. Yeah? And evidence shows that these players, some of them just do not respect the bold ruled. Let's get it right here, people. Yeah? Let's absolutely have the narrative right here. It's true, because how many players are falling out with this manager? Let's get the narrative right. Man United was not on TV yesterday, was they, Josh, mate? No, but obviously, I still saw the game and that, so I was very happy about being able to watch the game on my birthday, win on my birthday, get in. I'm happy about that. Man United actually winning on my 32nd birthday made it very happy 32nd birthday. It really did. So, and my team, Ferrari, winning in F1 as well. Perfect way to round off the birthday weekend. It really was. But, you know, testing times now for Manchester United, because obviously next we got to go to and play Fenerbahce against Mourinho. Then we literally got to play, who is it? West Ham at the London Stadium next Sunday. I mean, that won't be an easy game for Manchester United, because obviously West Ham got taken apart by Spurs yesterday, didn't they? So they'll be looking to get back into winning ways. West Ham and Man United at the London Stadium, they do not have the best track record at the London Stadium. Let's get the narrative right here, people. Did you have a nice tea on your birthday, mate? Usual, mate. My usual tea I have on a Saturday. Calamari, chips, and a bit of scampi as well. Very nice. West Ham are so bad. I mean, they got embarrassed by Tottenham yesterday, didn't they? But obviously, Tottenham went down. No, sorry, not Tottenham. West Ham went down to 10 men, so that was what made it a more difficult job, wasn't it? I mean, let's get the narrative right here, people. Yeah, if you're down to 10 men, you're always chasing the game, and unfortunately for West Ham, they were chasing the game. But yeah, that was a poor result for West Ham United. I'm not gonna lie, but they'll probably bounce back against Manchester United, because every time you think, "Oh, Man United are cooking again. They're back in business. This and that." It's like, no, 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 people, calm it down, yeah, because I've been disappointed too many times with Man United. So you're not all of a sudden going to listen to me saying, "Oh, we're back in business, this and that." No, 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 people. We must remain cautious. Yeah, don't get giddy and hope, and just hope, fingers crossed. Yeah, that we might be back in business. Don't just go saying, "Oh, we're back in business," because we're not yet. That's the harsh reality. We are not back in business just yet, yeah? I mean, let's get the narrative right here. Baltrold turned face of one game week, but will turn heel again soon. I agree. 100% agree. Yeah, thanks, JLo. It was only Brentford. This is what fans have got to understand. I mean, no disrespect to Brentford. They are a decent side in that, but they concede too many goals. So I think that's why at times they're going to be struggling this season. When City players against Liverpool, I hope City battle them because want to see Anfield's agenda cry once more. What about Rooney lost 5-0 yesterday? Yeah, as a bit of a Plymouth Argyle fan, me, that was a disgrace by Plymouth Argyle to lose 5-0. I mean, what the actual fuck, man? That's not sustainable. Wayne Rooney's team getting battered. He was being human, absolutely human. Brentford is a tough game, but every Big 16 should be picking up points from them. Facts, Zane. I agree with you, mate. You're 100% spot on, mate. Completely, well and truly agree with you. But yeah, you're still going to have fans getting giddy about it, but not me. I'll never get giddy about it. I'll be the judge if Man United are back in business or not. I rather trust my own gut instincts. But then you sound big-headed if you're only being a judge when you think Man United's back in business, Mr. Joshy J. Oh, who cares, yeah? Because I'm a football fan who does not go along with the PR. Even if we lose a game when the football club go, oh, heads up, on to the next. It's like, no, 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 stop with the PR, yeah? Absolutely stop with the PR bollocks, yeah? It's ridiculous, man. Absolutely ridiculous. Well, they're bad, in it, Josh, mate? I mean, my part in the country is not too bad, but your end of the country must be worse. But my end of the country is actually quite calm, thankfully, all day. So, yeah, I mean, it's a bit blustery, but no gale force winds or anything. I don't see Manchester United getting top four. No, we got no chance, mate. But yeah, a lot of fans think, oh, because we won a game of football and that, we got a chance of being top four in that. And some are saying, oh, we're only 6 points off top or 7 points off top. And what? And what? Yeah. Literally, you see Man United's performances this season being nowhere near good enough. So we are nowhere near back into the top of the table just yet. I mean, let's get the narrative right here. I mean, oh my goodness me. Wow, unbelievable. Unbelievable. But, you know, I think Chelsea get top four, Josh, mate. I mean, with Cole Palmer in that team, they could. I mean, he missed a bit of a sitter today, Cole Palmer, which was very unlike him, but I think as he had defenders around him and that, he had to rush his shot. But yeah, bit off it today, Cole Palmer, but still, he's having a brilliant season. So, and where would Chelsea be without him? Oh, yeah, absolutely nowhere. Because Cole Palmer lands the minerals. He really does. I think Chelsea or maybe Spurs. I think in a moment, I would have to say Chelsea because of Cole Palmer, because you just cannot rely on Spurs to go on a winning run, can you? Because for me, Spurs are not consistent enough at the end of the day. I mean, let's get the narrative right here, people. Let's absolutely have it right. Spurs will not get top four. I know they will bottle it. More than likely, mate, because that's what Tottenham do, don't they? Spurs will not get top four. I know they will bottle it. Got bad wins in the West Midlands, where I am, Josh, mate. Oh dear, that's not good to mate. But usually up and more north in the country now, you usually do get more windier weather, don't you? I think like Scotland is getting the worst in this storm, and possibly even Northern Ireland as well, because it's further up north, isn't it? But, you know, we will get on to some Manchester United fan reactions in a few moments' time, because I'm eager to listen to what the Man United fans are saying. And if we can call out anyone who is like potentially getting too giddy and that, obviously we will call them out because that's what we do on here. We don't give anyone a free pass. We'll literally call them out because, like I said, I'm a football fan. I said this plenty times, been supporting my football team for 25 years, and I do not accept mediocrity in any shape or form whatsoever. Yeah, let's absolutely get it right here, people. Can't wait for Cole Palmer destroys Manchester United again and gets another hat trick. I mean, oh my goodness me. I can remember in that game last season, I did a live watch along for it. And when we lost it in the end, literally, I hit my leather sofa in so much anger and frustration. I was one very, very angry Manchester United fan that night. I was absolutely seething at the highest level, honestly. Absolutely seething. Because that was nowhere near sustainable. Let's get the narrative right here, people, yeah? I like some of the Chelsea players they have got, Josh, mate. I mean, yeah, they got some decent players, but I think the problem Chelsea got is their defence still. You know, their defending is not great, but their forwards and their midfielders, I think, have been well and truly impressive. I really do. So, fair play to Chelsea, yeah? Let's see if they can keep it up. I mean, it's incredible that Christian Eriksen this season has been performing so well. Everyone's like, "Oh, he's done, he's finished, his legs are gone." Look, I still think his legs are gone, but he's doing outstanding at the moment. So big up to Christian Eriksen. Yeah, I always knew Christian Eriksen is a good footballer, but I wasn't expecting him to start this season off good. But fair play. Really, he is the one playing for that badge week in, week out at the moment. So you have to give Ericsson credit, don't you? Whether you feel his legs are gone or not, he's doing a decent job. Where would Manchester United be without Ericsson so far in this season? I mean, when a goalkeeper gets man of match and that, it's like, you know, your team has issues and that if your goalkeeper gets man of match. In Manchester United can't get top four, you should focus on the Europa League. Obviously, I want us to win the Europa League because then that's the way into Champions League, isn't it? West Ham got some good players, but not doing good in the minute, are they, mate? Nope, they're not. I mean, they're struggling like anything, West Ham, in a moment. I mean, oh my goodness me. Performances by West Ham so far, nowhere near sustainable. Let's get the narrative right here, people, yeah? Nowhere near good enough. And I think if I was Ruben Lopetegui, I'd be absolutely seething with them West Ham players because the way they're performing is nowhere near good enough. Absolutely nowhere near good enough. Unacceptable at the highest level. I mean, they do play some good football. What about Wolves today, Josh, mate? Oh, how unlucky were they conceding that last minute goal to Man City. Once again, Man City getting over the line, but I heard Man City weren't great today, so maybe Wolves should have gave them more of a game. And I reckon they might have got something from it because Man City were not good today. What I'm hearing anyway, I've not watched any highlights yet, but I heard they're quite poor today, so they were there for the taking today, Man City, but Wolves just did not take advantage of it. Where if they took advantage of it, maybe they could have got something on the game. But yeah, it's not looking good for Wolves this season, is it? I believe they might get relegated as well because they've certainly not had a good start to the season. I mean, we're in October now, and they're right at the bottom of the table. I mean, my goodness me, nowhere near as sustainable by Wolverhampton Wanderers. Manchester United should trust the process. Nope. Same as you will not trust the process at Chelsea. It's called trust the protest. Man United fans should be protesting against the Glazers and Ineos as well. Because to me, Ineos are just as bad as what the Glazers are, if not worse for me. Mr. Joshy J, I think Mohamed Salah will score against every top six team this season. I agree. I mean, this season he looks back to his best again, doesn't he, Sane? I mean, you're a Liverpool fan, mate, so you can add a bit more information, but as a neutral, I honestly believe Mohamed Salah is back to his best in this season. Salah will leave Liverpool next season. And that wouldn't surprise me. Just depends what Army Slot thinks and what sort of offer he gets. Kudas should not be at West Ham, Josh, mate. Obviously, Aaron Wan-Bissaka plays for West Ham as well. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, the Manchester United defender, yeah, wow. I mean, he was decent, but he wasn't outstanding, but he still put in a decent shift. So fair play. Fair play, yeah. Just looking at some comments on my iPad on the MEFC Racers video. He replied to my comment, so I'm just getting that thumbs up. Garnacho has got potential to be a decent player. Yes, he does. He's just got to work on his consistency, Garnacho. But I rate Garnacho. Some people might not rate Garnacho, but I do. Some content creators think Garnacho is trash. But in my personal opinion, I think that's a little bit harsh, because I believe he's got potential, but you just got to work on your consistency in the end of the day. Do you like the West Ham manager? Do you, Josh? Mate? I mean, I don't know much about him, but he's a decent manager. But question is, how will West Ham do this season? Because you just don't know how West Ham are going to do this season, do you, Adam? It's as simple as that. But yeah, wow, unbelievable. Trent had not signed a new deal yet, and Real Madrid's links with him. I agree. You know, I believe, Trent Alexander-Arnold could go to Real Madrid yet, and I wouldn't be surprised because, Real Madrid are so elite, aren't they? Let's get the narrative right here, people. Real Madrid are elite, and they always set the bar high every year to win because that's what Real Madrid do. So you're watching Real Madrid, even if they're not playing good football, they will find a way through eventually. So yeah, but absolutely unbelievable how a lot of Man United fans think all of a sudden because we had a good win and that the ball trolled knows his best team and that. I mean, a couple content creators have said it. Mark Goldfish just said, finally, the ball's ruled understands. I mean, what are we doing here, people? Yeah? Seriously, real talk, what the fuck are we doing here? But wow, unbelievable, man. But big up to every single one of you live and locks in this evening. Much appreciated. While you are watching live, make sure you're liking, sharing, and subscribing to this YouTube channel as I do plenty of Manchester United content. And please subscribe to my football channel as well. Link is in the description, and my F1 channel is in the description as well. What goal, Bridge, was at the Man United game yesterday? Yes, he was. He was, Adam. You're right, mate. What I don't like about some football fans is they prefer aesthetics, aesthetics over overall. Facts, I agree. I agree, he's saying. Apologies if I pronounce that wrong, but I completely get what you mean. I 100% agree. You know, some football fans just get carried away, don't they? If Trent go to Real Madrid, who would replace him at Liverpool? I mean, that's going to be a hard role to fill in, isn't it? Because Trent is a decent player. I mean, from a neutral perspective, I think he is decent, Trent, but would I say he's world class? Not quite world class, but he's still a very, very good player, Trent Alexander-Arnold. If you play him in the right positions and that, he can make big, big impacts. I mean, let's get the narrative right here, people. Let's absolutely get the narrative right. But, you know, Manchester United have just got to literally keep on landing it. I mean, we got Jose Mourinho next. I mean, Jose Mourinho, wow. Former Manchester United manager. We're facing off in the Europa League, you know, Fenerbahce against Manchester United. But Man United are back and scary again. Get out here, mate. But yeah, you know, we're not back in business just yet. And I know we're not, because every time you think Man United are back in business, we go and shoot ourselves in the foot. I mean, let's get the narrative right here, people. Let's absolutely hang it right. But like I said, I will be the judge when I think Man United are back in business. You know, no one else is going to influence me whatsoever. I will literally be the judge when I think my team are back in business. So, right, let's check out some fan reactions, shall we? Smash the likes as well. That also helps our YouTube channel out an awful lot. So, yeah, you know, let's wait and see, you know, what's happening. But Man United are scary again. Do you think Trent will sign a new deal or go to Real Madrid? I think he'll go to Real Madrid down in like 14, to be honest, mate. You know, I mean, why would you turn down Real Madrid? They're such an elite football club in the end of the day, aren't they? But, you know, big up to every single one of you like locks in this evening. Much appreciated. If you're new to our YouTube channel, why not consider hitting the subscribe button? Because I post plenty of Manchester United content on this YouTube channel. And please subscribe as well to my football channel and F1 channel. Link is in the description to this video. And if you would like to become a channel member to gain early access to new videos, members only live streams, members only videos, members only posts, make sure you become a channel member to get access to perks and that. All the information is pinned on top of the live chat. Ex-Man City player Jacko plays for Fenerbahce, and Amrabat, Fred, St. Maxim, and Dusan Tadic from Southampton. Wow, definitely a lot of ex-Premier League players then, so that will not be an easy game for Manchester United. Well, what game is easy for Manchester United at the moment? Nothing, you know. There is no easy game for Manchester United. I mean, Let's get an everything right here, people. Let's absolutely get it right. Trent gets with Bellingham at England. Yeah, he gets on well with Bellingham, doesn't he? So wouldn't surprise me if he goes to Real Madrid. I mean, that'd be a big blow for Liverpool, but a huge game for Real Madrid, in my opinion. Really would. Let's have a look. How's this stream doing? 20 views, 2 likes so far, which that's not bad to go in, Yeah, so yeah, that's a good lineup, saying I'm not gonna lie. Very good lineup. Right, let's check out some fan reaction. Man United should have got Amra back, mate. I mean, he's good in the FA Cup final, wasn't he? Absolutely outstanding. Right, so let's have a look, at who should we go with first? Side TV. Check out his match reaction. Finally, Man United don't ruin my weekend. Right, let's check this one out then. Just adverts on at the moment, so and there he is outside Old Trafford talking. Oh, hang on, didn't mean to do that. I saw your reply to my comment on MSC Racer album has been crap. I agree with you, Kai. 100% agree with you. And big up to you, yeah, as an Alex Albon fan, actually holding your driver accountable. You know what they say? Accountability is the best ability. So big up to you, Kai, mate, yeah, for holding your driver accountable. Just goes to show that you are a true passionate F1 fan. Like, my driver, Lewis Hamilton, was absolutely horse shit this weekend, and I will be calling him out tomorrow on my football channel. Let's get in on my F1 channel, sorry. Tomorrow I am calling my driver out. Let's get an narrative right here. Yeah? Because that was nowhere near good enough this weekend by Lewis Hamilton. As a Lewis Hamilton fan, I am really, really unhappy my driver's performances this weekend. I mean, let's get the narrative right here, people. Let's absolutely have it right. So, let's listen to a bit of side TV, shall we? Brown envelope Saeed, who gets gigs with Maurizio Pinocchio and Paisamash in his real one. What's he doing streaming with those Romans? I mean, yeah, it is a bit controversial. I don't know what was up with Lewis this weekend. Very poor. Shocking, mate. Shambolic, honestly. Right, let's have a listen. Let's go.
Thank God. 3-point collectors. When have I not said that? When was the last time I said that? Man United 2, Brentford 1. And you know what? We deserved it. We deserved that in the end, man. I've been here shouting in the car park. I've been screaming. But today, I felt something different. The sun is out today. It's nice and warm. It's not cold. It's not raining. Normally after we lose, the rain goes down. Today we won. Sunshine. 2-1, Rasmus Hoyland and Garnacho got off to the terrible, terrible start. I don't know what this medical team is doing. I swear down, bro. They need to be sacked, man. 3 times you had to put bandage on Delit's head, yeah, and then the one time that it happens, free kick, corner comes in.
I mean, that referee literally needs to go to fucking sex sakers. I mean, what on earth are we doing here? How did he not see Delet had blood pouring from his head and that? I mean, my goodness me, man. That was shocking refereeing. He should be, as a football in jail, I would literally put that referee into custody, yeah?
Easy header for Pinnock, and they go 1-0 up at half time. Then you think to yourself, hold on a minute, what we're going to do here now? Backs against the wall, Old Trafford boos. But you know what? The response was needed in that second half, and we needed it early. What a cross from Marcus Rashford, who I am going to give a lot of credit today. I thought he was excellent today. Marcus Rashford holding the ball up.
I wouldn't go as far as saying excellent. He was decent, but excellent. Get out here.
Keeping in possession, playing others into spaces. He, for me, today was excellent today. I'm going to give Marcus Rashford his full credit today. That ball into Garnacho and that finish from Garnacho. First half, he had abundant chances, but just couldn't find that sweet spot. Did he find that sweet spot? And today, he was excellent as well today. Taking man on. You know what I mean? Yes, our attack isn't where it needs to be, but today, Garnacho had the better. I think it's Van der Berg from Liverpool, former Liverpool player. They're the better of him. Every time he wanted to take him on, and what the finish across the keeper. 1-1. And then from that on, let's be honest, United dominated the game. 50-50s were better. We were closing in on them. They weren't finding space in the first half like they were. They weren't dictating. Casemiro was on it. The Stanza, who I thought today was an excellent player, was on him straight away. But we were just more. We were aggressive. We wanted more. Like this Old Trafford crowd, yeah, it comes too easy sometimes. It feels like it's a training ground. For once, yeah, the players were like, you know what? Let's have it. Come on, guys. I thought that was the second half. And then that goal from Rasmus Højlund. Oh, my days. What finish. You know what? Rasmus Højlund, yeah, he has his critics. And I'm one of them as well. But you know what? That finish there, he's got a few of them kind of cool and smart finishes. Lift it over the top. Brilliant passing from Bruno Fernandes. And he just has to guide it over the top. He didn't just smack it. Just guide it over the keeper. And it was a brilliant goal. United had chances, man. There were so many moments when United could have found a man in the box if someone just kind of went in there. There were chances today, you know. But again, it's when this is my United though. When is the next great point? Nobody knows. It's almost like you got to enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your weekend, because you don't know the next great points is. We are in the top 10 now. You know, we can now look at the table and be like, you know what? There's a bit of something there, and I know it's still too early. But you can say to yourself, we're not 14th. I was looking around the table today on my phone. Everton.
No, we're not 14th, but 11th is still not where we want to be. I mean, let's get the narrative right here, people, yeah? There's no way Man United should be 11th place still. Number 10 is back and scary.
One, you know, Leicester are drawing. This is Man United right now. I'm looking at all the results. That shouldn't be where Man United. We should be looking upwards. Man United should be looking upwards today. But I thought the midfield balance today was excellent. Casemiro, I thought Eriksen and Bruno Fernandes worked well today. Casemiro was straight on the ball, didn't need to do many Hollywood passes. Eriksen just ticking over as well today. I felt like today there's a bit more calmness on the ball. Lisandro again. Everyone was worrying about Mbeumo. He locked him up. Let's be honest. Mbeumo, where are you, mate? You're in his pocket today. I'm sorry. But Lisandro Martinez, yeah, one thing I'm worried about Lisandro Martinez is sometimes when he's in them wide channels, yeah, does he get a little bit exposed? Today, no, didn't get exposed at all today. He was absolutely mastering that defense. Johnny Evans, you know what he's going to give you. Delete again, even with a head injury, solid today. Dalot, I don't need to talk about him. He's Mr. Consistent anyway. So I just felt like today, you know, I thought there was a bit more kind of courage there, a bit more kind of, you know, there was an oomph today. United has something about them in that midfield part. They just...
Are you not going to call out like in the first 20 minutes and that? Because what I saw in the first 20 minutes, we were not good. You know, Brentford literally had our number in the first 20 minutes. And they literally hounds the back of the net in that. Then, you know, it could have been a very different game, couldn't it? So why is no one really talking about how the way we played the first 20 minutes and that? Because to me, we're not back in business yet. No way. What I've seen, we still have issues. Huge issues. Big up to you, F1 Fantasy FC 1905. Thank you for joining me this evening. Big up, Saeed and Josh, mate.
looked a bit more organised in there. There wasn't many gaps opening, and when they did, United were quick to close them down, and that's what you want, man. You want to be a tough team to play. Yeah, the first half it wasn't the greatest, but they didn't create that many opportunities. They didn't create that many openings, if I would say. So this is a case of Man United had to be on it today. They had to be on it. They had to match Brentford's kind of almost performance. They didn't get stuck in there. It's too easy for teams to come here. How many times have we come here and be like, yo, at one point we were a low scoring team. We scored 2 goals. I don't know if that's changed, but we're maybe matching the team, maybe Southampton. So I just think with Man United, more goals are needed, more kind of, the front line still needs a lot of working on. You know what I mean? We still don't know what our best front three is. Xerxes came in, and I'm not going to lie to you, it wasn't great. But again, it's difficult to kind of come into a team when everyone's on the ascendancy and everyone's on their kind of rhythm and their kind of mojo. So that was difficult as well. But Højlund and Xerxes, who's going to take that number 9 spot? I still don't know who it is. But with Xerxes, at the start of the game, he watched the wrestling match. And then he decided, you know what? I've got to be a bit more smarter, got to be more cleverer. And that's what Højlund's got to do. Brilliant goal, but just work on your overall game. No one to come in, no one to back off, no one to be like, you know what, let me just quick little touch there, move it on. Play it simple, play it cool. That's all it is for striker. Everyone else, and I think for me, he probably suits this front two or whatever it is more than Xerxes, because what it is with Højlund, he has that ability to run in behind. He has that ability to do that and stretch the defense a little bit more. When Xerxes, he needs a 1-2 getting goals, and unfortunately, Garnacho and Rashford are always wide. They're playing as touchline wingers. So that's the difficulty we have with Joshua Xerxes and Rasmus Højlund. But listen, they're 2 Man United players. We own both of them. Let's use them. But honestly, guys, it's so relieved to be stood here and telling you we got 3 points. I'm relieved. I genuinely can enjoy my weekend now. I can enjoy bantering other teams. I can enjoy having my food tonight and chilling match of the day. I've not watched match of the day since when? And it's the 2-1, but I don't know what that is.
I still been watching match today because I like watching the other games and that, so I still watch match today. I see you losing on Thursday, more than likely, and then where are the fans all going to be then saying, "Oh, we're back in business, this and that." Oh yeah, back in their caves, hiding and crying in their caves.
We've been here starved of goals, starved of performances. It's just good to know today United got 3 points. How mad is that? That I'm coming on here thinking, yo, at 3 points at home is not guaranteed. People are coming here saying, yo, we're losing today, we're doing this. I said, what? We're home to Brentford. What are we doing? Relax yourself. And today, I'm not going to lie to you, I came in. People say I'm deluded with a 2-1, but I got it right. I said, right, Brentford are going to have an off day, and Man United are going to do what's needed to do. And what happened? United did what they needed to do, and Brentford had a massively off day. Yes, Man United did that, but let's be honest, we haven't had many teams that have had an off.
No, I wouldn't say they had an off day whatsoever. Again, what about the first 20 minutes? Yeah, they could have took the lead in the first couple of minutes. We will be in the same old United next game. More than likely, Kai, and all these fans getting giddy about Man United will be back into reality.
Stay here. So the reality is, Man United have been poor throughout the whole season, and that's what's happened. Let's be honest, but the back line is the back line. Midfield, get the balance right. Ten Hag's going to keep chopping and changing it, but we need him to find a team. We need to find a rhythm. Kobe Mainoo's out. Is it Ugarte? Is it Casemiro? You have to find a rhythm and a balance, man. Everyone knows their teams. Everyone knows their 11s. What's Man United's best 11? Do we know? Do we know what Man United's best 11 is? And that's the reality, people. We don't know what Man United's best 11.
And also, what about that opportunity Brentford had at the end of the game where the ball went wide and that? If they put that in the back of the net, the game would have finished 2-2. So, yeah, reasons to be calm and cautious.
But you see what I mean? So I'd have thought today, if I was to give a man of the match performance, it's the toss up between Rashford and Lisandro Martinez. Seriously, Lisandro Martinez's performance today was so underrated. He played against an Embuemo. And Embuemo today is difficult and tough to break down. I'm going to give it to probably Lisandro Martinez, but Rashford just about close behind. So honestly, 3 points. Enjoy your rest of the weekend. United, we won. We won.
Yeah, Ericsson missed the sitter. He did, but I think it was offside anyway, so didn't really matter, Kai, because it was offside, mate. Why are Man United fans flip-flop fans? Shall I tell you why, Kai? PR. That's all it is on social media. PR has fleeced so many fans into believing in the PR narrative. I mean, it's not going to work with me, a fan for 25 years, born in the 90s and around before the days before social media and that. It's just not going to work with me. It really isn't. You know, you can attempt all you can to try and get the PR spin on me, but it's not happening because I'm well and truly against PR. PR should get in the bin, honestly. Absolutely be put in the bin, PR. That's why the standards in English fan bases are on the floor because that's what PR does. It fleeces so many fans into believing the PR. It's ridiculous, man. The most PR player at United is Harry Maguire. I mean, you got a good point there. And it's like number 10 gets given the free pass as well because he does good for the community. I mean, let's get it right here, people. Let's get it right. Right, we've had to listen to Saeed. So let's listen to all things United. He's another Man United fan I like watching. Here we go. All things United. Here we go.
Manchester United have beaten Brentford 2-1, coming from behind after going 1-0 down late in the first half. A much needed win for Manchester United and certainly for Ten Hag, with his future in serious doubt at this moment in time. But Manchester United have got the job done. I mean, you would expect any Manchester United side to be beating Brentford at home. Manchester United haven't made it easy for themselves going 1-0 down. But we've come back in that second half. A great ball from Rashford to get the equaliser, and then Højlund getting the winning goal, which is nice to see them two getting along the score sheet. That is what you want. You want your forwards to be getting the goals, because it is a concern when Manchester United have scored, and sometimes it's not been the forwards that have been getting the goals. And Højlund's now got 2 for the season. I know the previous one was a mistake, but he's really got to improve his goal scoring ability at Manchester United. If Manchester United are to improve and get closer up to that top of the table, I mean, to be honest, this just, for me, just keeps the wolves from the door for another week for Eric Ten Hag. It really does.
Facts. I agree. 100% agree with you. All things Man United. You like United's People TV, Josh, mate? Yeah, he's all right. You know, that channel's all right. The most PR. Oh, I've read that one. That's okay.
For Manchester United, I mean, Garnacho did have chances in this game and eventually got himself a goal in that second half. I think this is still a big season for Garnacho. He needs to be hitting that 10 goal mark in the Premier League, and maybe adding some assists to his game as well. But he has got the potential to be a very, very good player for Manchester United, and we just have to wait and see how he develops. But I mean, obviously, if he develops too well, he probably won't stay around with the horseshit that Manchester United have still been producing, and scraping and getting a 2-1 win over Brentford is only, as I say, keeping the Wolves from the door for another game. We've got to now go on and hit some other teams, put some other teams to the sword. We've got Jose Mourinho's Fenerbahce in the week, and then I think we've got West Ham. So we've got some winnable games coming up. But I still wasn't convinced going into this game that Manchester United would win. I thought that Manchester United might get a draw out of this game, but I don't think.
I wasn't too convinced, to be honest. I thought, you know, Man United might struggle to get a win in that. Thankfully, we got a win. You seen Webby 0-0 on YouTube. Them Man United fans, Josh, mate. I might have done.
Many people were convinced that Manchester United could win this game of football today, which is crazy. When Manchester United went behind, people weren't losing their shit. with how Manchester United have been. I mean, I know it was a bit of a mismatched team, and you're looking at that squad and that starting lineup, the amount of money that has been spent. You're still playing Casemiro and Eriksen in midfield, which is an aging pair. It's still not up to where Manchester United want to go with this, but it is what it is at this moment in time. Will Erik ten Hag last? If we do win games, he's going to see out the season. But I mean, they're just dragging this out, and the longer it goes, the less likely he is to lose his job this season. And Manchester United will just paper over the cracks until they find someone better. But I still don't think that he is the geezer to take Manchester United forward. But at least positive.
I agree. You know, he is not the manager to take us forward. I mean, the players clearly don't get on well with this manager, and to me, this manager at times is a bully. I mean, let's get the narrative right here.
Today, Rashford getting that assist, so your forwards have done the business today. Rashford getting the assist for Garnacho, Højlund getting the goal, so that's all three of them, and Bruno getting an assist. So that's your forwards all contributing to Manchester United winning this game of football. So I know a lot of people are losing their shit over Ahmad not starting the game, but Garnacho hasn't been that great this season, but his goals and assist ratio is a lot higher than the other players in the Manchester United team. And at this moment in time, Manchester United are crying out for goals and assists. So that is positive. I mean, he's still only, 20 years of age, so he's got a lot of room to improve, but he is probably, if you're looking, probably a little bit below the level of the likes of Saka was at that age. So, but in terms of goals, he's probably around that area. Saka was obviously creating a lot more and getting a lot more assists than Garnacho at that age, but still, you look around a lot of players at that age. I mean, he's probably around the level of where Cristiano Ronaldo was at that age. So, I mean, some of these players, it's a bit early to say where they're going to go. And obviously, some players improved. The likes of Saka and Foden have gone on to get even better than they were at this age. Obviously, Saka was playing a lot of his football at left back and had a very high amount of assists. Probably didn't have quite the amount of goals that Garnacho had at that age, but had a ridiculous amount of assists. So, and obviously, Foden was in and out of the team. But you're looking at young players like that over the last few years.
Let's ball trolled cook gown here, man. Have you seen Alice Talks Football? She's a Man United fan, Josh Ray. Yes, I have. She's all right.
On to achieve greatness in terms of their performances, and Garnacho could get to that level, but he's got to obviously be a lot more consistent in his game, and the performance has got to obviously improve. But the stats are beginning to come. His goals are beginning to increase, and I'm not sure how many he's got this season, but that is positive. Young players producing and hopefully getting better. We've got a lot of young players in and around the academy that hopefully can improve Manchester United as well. I mean, it's not ideal, the left back position. I wish he would bring Amas in at least and give him a few minutes at the end of a game, just in case, because the left back position is a problem for Manchester United. I'm not saying it was a complete problem because you've got Dalot as well. I'm not always convinced with him, and you've got Evans, who's an older player playing at centre back. It's a bit of a mismatch back four for me. I think if we could get a proper left back there, then keep Dalot always at right back, then get two centre backs that you're going to be sticking with, whether that's Martinez and De Ligt or De Ligt and Euro or Martinez and whoever it is, and keep that back four. That's going to be a good thing. A good thing if we can move forward. And then the midfield, pick which midfield you're going to use and move forward. Anyway, we've won the game today. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll talk to you all again soon. See you.
Yeah, spoke quite a bit of sense then. You really did. Another Man United fan who I like listening to. He is all things United. You seen Nick, the Man United fan, on YouTube? Mate, not too sure, to be honest. Alice Talks Football. Here we go. Let's have a look. Line. She do match reaction yesterday. Or she did a watch long. Here we go. That's an ad. Gown here. Apologies for that. Oh, literally, there's an ad playing just now, so that's why I muted my mic. I forgot to turn the mic off mute, so apologies for that. I see accountability is the best ability, people. Let's get an everything right here. That's completely on me, mate. Right, let's start that video again.
Manchester United 2, Brentford 1. And not only was that 3 points, but it was a good performance for Manchester United, because sometimes we've won games and we're thinking, how did we win now? But today we won, we deserve to win. We probably deserve to win it 3-1. We were the better team, and that's what we want to see, progress within our performance. Now, the first half, the opening 15 minutes, it was not great. But I think from then onwards, we actually had quite a good game, particularly in the second half.
Thank you, a football fan who admits that performance was not great the first 15 to 20 minutes, just like what I was saying. Well done.
Statistics obviously back up that performance. 1.47 xG to their 0.98, 23 shots, 11 shots on target. You know, at half time, we were seeing that Southampton were 2-0 up and they'd scored more goals than us this season. But the second half response from United was really, really good. I thought it was fantastic display from Rashford, Garnacho, Højlund. I thought the attack looked better. It was very vintage Eric Ten Hag first season. I think Ten Hag's gone back to what he was doing in the first season. It's a little bit more of a defensive approach, but it's a lot more compact and more control. I thought the second half performance from United was brilliant. And I think
I agree. That second half was literally our best performance in the season so far in the second half. I thought we were absolutely superb, honestly, absolutely fantastic.
what was brilliant about that is it showed the players cared and they were giving everything. We were 1-0 down at half time. They know Ten Hag's job is on the line. And the energy that we came out with in that second half was absolutely phenomenal. Now, I'm going to be honest, I wasn't happy at half time because we were 1-0 down, but it did say, look, it wasn't a good performance, but it wasn't a bad performance. We didn't deserve to be 1-0 down because we had limited Brentford, but we probably hadn't done enough to be 1-0 up, although Ericsson and Garnacho had chances. I said 0-0, 1-1 probably would have been a fair half-time score. It wasn't good enough. We went 1-0 down. It wasn't the end of the world, but because of our lack of goals, I wasn't sure if we were going to get back into it. But the response in the second half was fantastic. And I think the fact that the players came out and they gave everything, they're really trying to make it work under Eric Ten Hag. I think for me, I've never thought the players didn't try under Eric Ten Hag. I've just felt that they lacked belief and couldn't do what he's asking them to do. Ten Hag went back to his first season tactics, and the players gave 100%. My only criticism is I would like to have seen Ahmad on the pitch, but Rashford and Garnacho did have very good games. But I want to see Ahmad get a little bit of time. I think he would.
See, this is a team what I would play literally more often, yeah? I mean, let's get the narrative right here. I mean, literally have number 10 on the right and Garnacho on the left, because I think it works much better than having number 10 on the left and Garnacho on the right. So I would stick to this plan.
Really great for Højlund. But look, the first 15 minutes was awful. Brentford had like 70% possession, 3 shots to our none. The Lit got clattered. This wasn't going the right way. And then I actually thought the second bit, the first half was quite good, and we just were sort of unlucky to go 1-0 down. It was a corner. It was the only thing Brentford had between the 17th and 45th minutes, what they scored from. And I think Ericsson could have scored and Garnacho could have scored. And I think what I noticed with players like Højlund, who didn't really have a pre-season, had been out for a while, I felt that every minute that went by in the game, he got better. And I felt that, at first he got pushed around a little bit, and then he got used to the game and his surroundings. I think he was just moulding himself in. I thought Garnacho was lively from minute one and maybe should have put away some of his chances, but they weren't like easy chances to put away. But I think Rashford could have been better maybe in those scenarios, and I would have swapped them on the wings. But I'm glad that Ten Hag didn't swap them, because Rashford creating from the right-hand side was really good, and that resulted in the Garnacho goal. For Evans and De Ligt put in a really good performance at centre back, but I thought Matthias De Ligt put in a monstrous, almost, you could argue man of the match level performance. You could honestly argue man of the match level performance from Matthias De Ligt. That was fantastic. The response to obviously what happened versus Porto, absolutely phenomenal performance from De Ligt, especially with all the blood going down his head. He was unbelievable. It felt like he won everything, and the only time we conceded was when he was off the pitch. Like, he was the guy. I don't think Bruno was at his best, but he had an unreal assist, and I think that just shows the quality of Bruno Fernandes.
I agree. He wasn't the best for number 8, but he still got an assist.
I thought Rashford looked very, very good. And I actually thought Rashford was one of our best players. I didn't like how Ten Hag had him so deep on the right-hand side, but I think people underrate how good Rashford is creatively. There's this sort of saying Rashford's selfish, he can't create. He can create. He can be selfish, but Rashford has creative abilities. He's been on, like his assist numbers, that like when he's good is good. Like he can create, and I think people, that's a misconception about Rashford. He's created 7 big chances in the league this season or something like that, but we've just not been clinical. I thought Leachy did well at left back, and Garnacho was electric, and I agree with these points by Darnish here. That was excellent second half performance, good tactical tweak to push the low up. Rashford generally creatively brilliant with Garnacho on the other side. De Ligt imperious, and Casemiro performance. It felt like vintage, season 1 Casemiro performance it did, which was lovely to see. But I'm going to talk about my man of the match, Højlund.
I mean, considering it was against Brentford and that, which you have to consider the opposition, of course, but I thought Casemiro had a decent game as well. I agree.
I think he really grew into the game. I felt that he played some good balls into Garnacho down the left, but he really grew into the game. Højlund delivered an impressive performance against Brentford today, showing notable progress in his game. He played with greater confidence and physical strength, using his body effectively to protect the ball and outmaneuver defenders. You can see where he might be learning from Ruud van Nistelrooy. Højlund was actively involved in the team's build-up, consistently turning defenders, and even played some good passes down into Garnacho's left-hand side, creating opportunities for him. His well-deserved goal might be a pivotal moment in the season. He excited the match to applause, underlining his increasing impact on the team, is what I said. But what I really said is he grew into the game. He showed the physicality to wrestle and hold off those defenders well. He turned away well. And I think Ruud van Nistelrooy has probably been working with him on that point of his game. I thought his hold-up was good. I thought his movement was good. And I think, his ability in the build-up was really good. And he started to influence play, played some really good balls into Garnacho down the left channel. And then his finishing was phenomenal. That was a phenomenal finish, a phenomenal Bruno flick and a phenomenal finish. Both goals were absolutely phenomenal. Brilliant ball from Rashford, brilliant finish from Garnacho, and that goal was fantastic. If we look at Højlund's all-round performance, 70% pass accuracy, 6 touches in the box, 5 ground duels contested, 3-1, 3 attempted take-ons, 2 successful, 2 shots, 1 goal. He was taking on players, he was playing passes, he was holding up the ball. He really grew into the game, and I think Højlund looked a lot better. And I think Højlund's very misunderstood. People want to criticise him because we spent 60 million, potentially rising to 72 million on him. So when you spend that much money on a striker, you expect a 20-goal striker. And I think it's really unfair on Højlund because when you spend that much money on a striker, you expect a 20-goal striker. But we signed Højlund as a 20-year-old kid who didn't even start week in, week out for Atalanta. He wasn't.
Højlund, once you get him going and that, he can score quite a few goals. And I'm hoping the same happens with Joshua Sirski as well. But so far, Sirski has not set the world on fire, but I hope he proves me wrong. I really do.
Their first 2. There was 2 strikers ahead of Højlund that they preferred for Atalanta to start. We signed a guy that was Atalanta's 3rd choice striker that got 9 goals in Serie A across the whole season, and we went to sign him for 60 million. And there was an expectation he's got to score 20 goals. He got 16 goals for Manchester United last season. 16 goals when he got limited service. He had some injuries as well. I think a 20-year-old kid getting 16 goals in his first season at United with limited service in one of our worst ever season last year, finishing 8th. With the pressure and everything on him. I think he had a good season last year. I think people are so ready to be critical of Højlund, but I think you need to remember we should have signed Kane and then Højlund to be the understudy. We didn't. We weren't organised. When you remember that we signed a 9-goal season guy who was 3rd choice striker for Atalanta, but somehow decided we're going to drop 70 million on him, rather than taking that out on Højlund, take that on the board. He should have been a 40 million player. He should have been one for the future with an experienced striker to mould him in. He wasn't. But there's no doubt in my mind that there's a very good player in Højlund. 20 goal contributions.
Yeah, Damaya. Yeah, she is good looking, I think.
At United, 2 goals and 3 starts this season. He obviously scored the goal in the only game he started in pre-season versus Arsenal. You give Højlund service, and I guarantee he'll be a good player. Another player that had a really good game was Garnacho. I think at times in the first half he could have maybe done a little bit better, but I felt that his energy was causing a lot of issues. His running, his drive, his ability to want to make something happen brought so much. I think with Sancho, he'd get the ball, touch it, slow it down, pass it sideways. He wouldn't give the ball away, but he wouldn't do much with it. With Garnacho, yes, he sometimes gave the ball away, but he was really trying to make things happen. I think that electricity is what we needed. I think he had the most shots, 8. Maybe he could have scored another one of them. Most possession, 7th. Most shots on target, 5. He was running at people, trying to make things happen. I thought that Garnacho had a real positive impact on the game. He was really tiring out Brentford. And although I prefer Garnacho on the right and Rashford on the left, I think for this game it worked because Rashford's switch balls to Garnacho was fantastic. Højlund found Garnacho that one time. I think there was a little bit of miscommunication between Garnacho and Højlund, but I think it's just learning. They're inexperienced. They've got to learn to play together. They've got to learn the system, And I'm just going to say this now. Just because we won 2-1 versus Brentford, we might play our next game and be absolute shite. I'm not saying that United are back. I'm not saying that, 10-0 game,
Sensible, Alice. Nor am I. I'm not going to say Man United are back. No way. It sounds like you have a bit of standards, Alice. So big up, Josh, mate. Keep up your good work, mate. Bosh. Cheers, Adam.
He's going to save us. We're going to have a good season. But what I'm saying is you can only judge the game in front of you. This was a good and promising performance versus Brentford. If we could do what we've done in the second half in this game in the next 7, 8, 9, 10 games, then Ten Hag would be in a much stronger position than he is right now. 100%. Continuing on, United faithful said this: give Rashford and Garnacho their flowers. They both played really well today. That cross from Rashford and the finish from Garnacho, beautiful link up. I agree. And Robbo said this: can't speak highly enough of Marcus Rashford. He's having a great season. That's only getting better. I believe anyone who's actually watched him would find it hard to disagree. If you've watched Rashford without an agenda, this anti-Rashford agenda, you know that he's had a good season. Today he trapped back. He worked really hard off the ball. I thought he had a good performance today. I actually think he's had a good start to the season. I know he hasn't got crazy numbers yet, but I think he's actually had a much better start to the season than people think. But if Rashford does one thing wrong or has one bad game, that's all people want to talk about. So that's what all the attention goes to. If you get away from the agendas and the media narrative, it's not been amazing, but Rashford has had a good season and is growing and getting better. He looks a lot better than he did this time last year. And as Devil's DNA said this, Rashford has already created a few big chances this year and has hit 7 assists in a year 5 times, 7+ assists in a year 5 times in his career. He isn't a creative in a visionary playmaker sense, but he's got a very consistent pass/cross execution on him that we should utilise more. That's what Devil's DNA said. They then said this: as I always say, Rashford's cross execution is very underrated. He's consistently able to create for his teammates, even if he's not creating the goal. Against Brentford was another example of this. He created to Garnacho twice, one for the goal, one for another opportunity. His crossing and creativity was good. Last year, Rashford created the most for Højlund in the team and was leading the EPL for SCAs from take-ons at one point. This year, he's created the most for Xerxes. He's among the best players for big chances created. There is a more creative player in Rashford. So even though I didn't like him dropping deeper, I think Rashford is more creative than he gets credit for. De Ligt, monster performance. You can argue De Ligt's up there for man of the match. I thought he was absolutely phenomenal. 3 out of 3 tackles won, 3 out of 4 ground duels won, 4 passes into the final third. I thought he was technically really good on the ball, breaking the lines. I thought he was brilliant, especially with the blood and everything in the air. I thought it was a fantastic performance. They could only score when he was off the pitch, and I think had he been on the pitch, I don't think they'd have scored that. I thought De Ligt was a monster performance. I thought the midfield was a lot more compact in the second half. It was giving first season vibes. I had a lot of worries about that, but Ten Hag went back to his first season tactics, was a bit more defensive, compacted the midfield. It worked today versus Brentford. I thought Eriksen, really grew into the game. I wasn't sure in the first half, but the second half, the midfield from being non-existent in the opening 20 minutes to having a really good game in the end. So yeah, happy days. Smash a like, smash a subscribe. Let me know your thoughts. Let's hope we continue this on. Bye.
Very good points there. She made some very good points there, Alice. I agree with a lot what she just said. Big up at Mr. Joshy J in the chat. Big up to you, Brian CFC. Thank you for joining me this evening, mate. Big up to you as well. So, yeah, I agree with her. Like she said, she's not getting carried away, nor am I either. I'm not getting carried away one bit, We need to be cool, calm, cautious, and collecting. That'd be my advice. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I am wrapping this up now, people. We are redirecting to Sunshine FC. She is about to go live for a movie night, so go and show Sunshine FC some love. I'll be back on here tomorrow with player ratings, and I'll be going live on my football channel as well. Thank you all so much for watching. Big up to every single one of you. If you're new around here, why not consider hitting the subscribe button? Thank you all so much for watching. Good night.